We're back.
It's in our blood here in Peterborough. It has been for 150 years. And after missing 2 full seasons, the wait is over.
Enjoy the Lake Show.
The Lakers have won 3 Mann Cups in a row, so the mission this year is simple.
Let's go for number 4.
Lacrosse is just not a game here. It's a lifestyle. It's a tradition. It's what we do every Thursday night. Century 21 Peterborough Lakers Lacrosse. Get ready, because it's go time.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to welcome the referees to the tournament. Without these guys providing fairness and order to the game, we would only be watching chaos on the floor. Referee-in-chief is Mark Gargolio. Cameron Anderson. And from the MSL, Brandon The Lakers thank all our Indigenous friends and neighbors for sharing their culture and teachings of the game of lacrosse. Let's get down to business.
Hello, lacrosse friends. It is time to roll with the 2022 Mann Cup. I am Stephen Stamp, joined by Joe Sullivan. And Sully, we are here for what should be a very interesting series, very exciting. Everyone knows the history. It's been since 1986 since a team from the West came in and won the Mann Cup in Ontario. This Thunder team, Langley Thunder team, thinks they have a chance to beat the Peterborough Lakers. The Lakers, of course, are looking for a four-peat. It sets up for a pretty fun series.
I mean, really it does. You've got an incredible offense on both sides. Both Peterborough Lakers, everybody's seen what they can do. Langley's just got some incredible NLL standouts. It's really going to come down to just, Langley's just got to get through this crowd, get through this atmosphere, and settle into a game. And the Lakers are going to use all this enthusiasm and run with it.
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting well over 3,000 people here. Hopefully the music's going to stop soon and we'll be able to hear each other.
Hard to hear, but that's excitement.
There we go. And there's a huge hit. Jared Toll absolutely flattening Jay Thornbert off the opening. But the Lakers will come away with the ball. And the interesting thing, Langley with a ton of firepower, the Lakers can score, but Lakers missing two key pieces tonight. Joe Resetarits has the flu, and Thomas Hogarth an inner ear infection. They're both out of the lineup. Here's Holden Catoni, and there's a shot from Matisse Catoni now. By default, the Lakers' leading goal scorer in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll look for him, a lot. Obviously, a favored shooter out there.
I mean, Catoni with 13, Hogarth coming in with 27, Resetarits with 20, so that's a big miss for them. Dane Dobie with the ball right now has 24 goals and 62 points. And here's Curtis Dixon, who actually leads the club with 26, and he's got one already in the first minute of this championship.
Just that shot had eyes. It just rolled it far post and just caught the Peterborough defense sitting back a little bit. Probably not the way they wanted to start it off, but Langley sure shut the crowd down.
I think that hopped twice before it got to the net. That's a strange one. Getting by Doug Buchan. And if you're wondering, if you haven't been following along in the playoffs and you're seeing Doug Buchan in net and you're thinking, I thought the Lakers had Matt Vince and Mike Poulin. They do. Matt Vince is backing up. Mike Poulin is a healthy scratch tonight, as has been the case throughout the MSL playoffs for the most part. Buchan has been the key. He was the MVP of the MSL final, or the MSL playoffs. And there's a steal. The Thunder have the ball again, Isaac Enju. And it's a bit of a no-name defense from an NLL perspective for Langley. They have been effective. We'll see how they do going up at the very highest level of the game. Here's Dane Dobie taking the cut towards the net. Across the top. He is picked up by Matt Gilray. And they're paying more careful attention. Robinson with the shot. It's wide. Grabbed by Paul Dawson.
That's the story about Langley, is that their defense maybe not be able to handle this Peterborough offense, so they'll test them early, I'm sure.
They're out there right now, and there's Mark Matthews. Matthews, Vitarelli, and Evans, each with 10 goals in the playoffs. That's going to be a moving pick, the first of the series, and they're setting the bar pretty tight. That's a tight call.
Well, and they're going to push the envelope for sure to see what they can get away with early.
Dobie with a rip. It gets wide, and here comes Peterborough pushing the ball. Chad Tutton gets it ahead to Turner Evans. Corey Vitarelli will try to step around. There's a little pick there, the rip. Stopped by Frank Giuliano, the starting goaltender. And the Lakers have played Buchan, they've played Vince. Even Poulin's played a bit in the playoffs as the third guy. Giuliano has been the man. I think he's played every minute in the playoffs for Langley.
He's a young player and an NLL star.
Yep. And it is vibrant in here already. Everyone's getting fired up. Jordan Magnuson trying to make that outlet pass. Here is Eric Maas. Over and back, of course, is in effect. There's no center line. So they just gauge. There is the seam where the turf joins. So that's what you use. There's Robert Church handing it off. Dixon steps across the middle. Oh, nice little shovel pass to Church. Gets away, though, and Tutton has it.
Interesting to see just how much they'll let go with those moving picks. I think Peterborough was looking for a call there early, but Langley played on, got themselves a good opportunity.
Especially because they had the one at this end.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to come both ways. There's Keegan Bell. He's a dynamic scorer. Here's a chance to stop. Katoni can't play that ball. He's going to play it anyway. Actually may have helped Langley out there by flicking it ahead.
Yeah. Gave that ball a flick about 40 feet up the floor.
Eli Salama is in the lineup. He's wearing number 8 for Langley. That's a huge addition. Hasn't been with them all year, but you can add at the Mann Cup as long as someone's on your roster, your 25-man roster. You can bring him in. Jake Withers is on the Peterborough roster, not here tonight, but we will see if we have Withers showing up in the during this series. He, I believe, he's playing in the PLL this weekend because they won their first playoff game. Sean Evans over to Mark Matthews. Matthews loses it. They've still got 12 in the shot clock. Evans wants it. Saved by Chiliano. Evans going after the loose ball, but it's snagged there by Matt Abbott. But the pressure, Evans gets it. It's going to be taken away, though, by Enju. Long outlet pass. That's not going to connect with Dane Doby, who is probably the most dangerous player in the game coming off the bench in transition.
Absolutely deadly. Absolutely deadly.
Holden Katoni with possession. There's Salama on him. And that is such a big addition because, again, they only have a few NLL defenders. Again, not to say they don't have good players. They're just not guys who have made it to that level and played at the highest against the highest challenges. That is an over and back. Katoni trying to save it.
A year or two, Stephen, and you're going to see some of these names up in the NLL. That just seems to be the way it works, and this team's obviously put together very well.
Yeah. Very interesting in the WA this year, of course, with the four-way tie for first place with Langley, Victoria, Nanaimo, and Coquitlam, all 12-6. Made for very interesting playoffs. And there's a goal on the back door. They whip it across to Connor Robinson, who had a huge season helping win an NLL championship.
Great vision by Dixon to see him sitting there, and then obviously he kind of hitched it once and then just went far side on Buchan.
And you think of Dane Doby as a shooter and the driver. That was a great pick to spring Connor Robinson to duck down
player,
low.
Smart player. He makes everybody on the floor better, that's for sure.
Ball pops loose off the faceoff. Mitch Ogilvie with a big shoulder. The ball's still loose. It's grabbed there by Sweeting. Double team on him. Hell of a play to get it back over to Alex Space. Sean Evans coming around the double screen over to Matthews. Rips it. Shoulder save. Chiliano going to his knees. We'll see if Chiliano keeps going to his knees. We'll see if the Lakers keep trying to shoot high. He does cover a lot of net. That pass shot well off the mark. And Mark Matthews will grab it off the backboards. Here's Evans. Fresh 30 as it did hit Chiliano. Something did. There's a shot by Evans. Rebound. Oh, there. Almost Turner Evans putting that one in. And then Austin Hazen had a lane. He and Salama get after. Salama gets his stick up into Hazen's face. And Austin Hazen retaliates with a bit of a swat. Big day coming tomorrow for Austin Hazen as he's expected to be probably a first-round pick in the NLL draft. That shot is wide. They say touch Peterborough, it won't be an over and back, but the shot clock is still ticking. Now they're calling over and back. Dixon's complaining. I think they're saying he picked it up just before center, but I didn't think he had possession. Doesn't matter.
I don't think he had clear possession, that's for sure. That's a tough call, but ref's seen it differently.
They might not have seen each other, and perhaps the ref down here didn't see the indication the other way. Anyway, Lakers were stopped. Langley coming back up. Jordan Sturris at the top of the defense there, 17 for Peterborough. Interesting to see him because he's sat quite a few games with the depth of the Lakers defense. Here's Doby trying to fight his way through. Robinson's shot, that's off the leg of Bryce Sweeting. It's not going to be over and back, but the 30 about to expire.
If Doby keeps up seeing and moving around like that, he's going to cause Peterborough a heck of a lot of trouble back there.
Yeah.
Tough player to pick up.
So lively and so dangerous, you can cover him as well as you want. Here's Aaron Skye checking Sean Evans over to Turner. Turner Evans can't get it. The pass through to Vitarelli. It will come out to Sean Evans. They've got 10 on the shot clock, down low to Matisse. Back door. Turner Evans off the crossbar. Straight out to Aaron Skye. Matisse trying to knock it loose. Robinson couldn't catch it, but does get it off the bounce. Here's a chance in front. That's a big hit on Kinnear, who goes into Buchan. And you know what? I kind of like that. Normally you check somebody into your goalie and then you go after them.
Yeah, well, I think it's just too critical of a game, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to give anybody any advantage.
Especially you're down 2-0 already. If you're the Lakers, you're just going to try and get out and get going on this. Hazen to Matthews. Matisse, that shot's well wide. I'll tell you, this may be kind of a no-name. Oh! Austin Hazen. I was going to say, Langley's not giving the Lakers many chances, but there's one, and that's a gorgeous shot.
Nice one. That was, one bounce just had eyes. And you're just talking about, I think, Austin Hazen there, just how good he can be.
We talked about Chiliano going down to his knees, and that is the solution as you go up over top.
Yeah, he's a big man. He's covered a lot of that net, but that shot just had eyes for sure. So.
You'll remember the 2012 Mann Cup. Langley came in and played the Lakers. Langley won the first 2 games with Brody McDonald in net. Here's a chance. Thornburg shot saved, but the Lakers figured out Brody McDonald started just waiting when he went down and going over the top. And
I love Brody. I had him in Minnesota. He's just such a behemoth in that. And once he got down, he was in a lot of trouble.
yeah, because he wasn't getting back up in a hurry. So. Chiliano, I think, is a little bit more, pops up a bit quicker, manages to cover a bit more space. There's Buchan covering the 5-hole. Big forecheck pressure by Dixon. Nice job by Hope to get out of it, and that's a good pass. Get it up to Alex Pace.
They're putting a lot of pressure on Peterborough early here.
Yeah.
That's in favor of them. They took 15 seconds off the shot clock. That's critical.
Yeah. Here's Sean Evans, Aaron Sky on him. Rip from Matthews. That was stuck in Chiliano's gear. Eric Maas coming up, wearing 22. This comes to Doby. Looking back to Robinson, but now he'll get it to him. Paul Dawson watching him. Pick from Doby. They fight through it. Big collision with Sweeting. Comes back to Doby. He's going to let that fly far side off the foot of Buchan. Straight out to Maas.
Looks like we got our first penalty.
Extra attacker is out. It's Curtis Dixon. It's a pretty good 6th guy to send on the floor.
A little bit of depth.
Dixon backpedaling. Hits Doby. Nice job hustling in on him. The ball's still loose, and it's picked up by Eric Schul. It was Schul that came across and hit Doby as he tried to take that pass, which was a big play.
This will be a big test right here to see what Langley can put together with this high-octane offense that we got.
Bryce Sweeting going for slashing, which is going to happen. He plays on the edge. I think.
I was going to say that's not unusual for Bryce,
Yeah.
and that's what he does. He sets the tone and he makes everybody play honest.
It's kind of the Chris White of the modern Lakers,
Right, yeah.
just playing tough.
Kyle Laverty, those big
Yep,
boys,
right on the edge.
slap guys around a little bit.
And hey, nobody liked playing against Chris White and Kyle Laverty. They were tremendous.
Not ever.
Dixon's at the top. They go inside to Robinson, and just like that, in 10 seconds of the power play, it's 3-1
They
Langley.
They didn't sit back, that's for sure. So far, their offense has been everything everybody said it would be. It's so tough. They've got to respect Doby's backhand. They've got to stay over top of his stick, and he just dumps it underneath.
And you've got Curtis Dixon at the top that he's faking a pass to.
Yeah, I mean, who do you cover?
So 3-1, we're back to 5-on-5. Thanks Lacrosse Friends for being here at Game 1 of the Mann Cup. Connor Robinson at the top now. Leaves it there for Kinnear. Kinnear and Robinson teammates in Denver. Kinnear backpedaling, rips one. Buchan got it, but it bounces free. It's grabbed by Dawson. Oh, Sean Evans reached up for the pass to Holden Katoni and tipped it away. Didn't realize Katoni was behind
I don't
him.
think he's seen Katoni up the floor or didn't
No.
realize. Gripping the sticks a little bit early, maybe.
Yeah. Doby backing his way in. Gilray staying with him. It's pretty good defense. Shot from outside. That one stopped off the stick of Chase Scanlon.
So smart of Dobie just to wait for, he played hard until that slide came and then just dumped it right back.
Shot on the run by Catoni. Grabbed there by Jordan Magnuson. One of the NLL players, there's a few of them on that defense. I was going to say, it's a relative no-name defense in a way, but you can tell they can play. I mean, already we're seeing that they're taking time and space away, making it hard on the Lakers.
You have
to
the
create
kind of
chances.
season that they've had, and you're going to come together pretty quickly. This whole week would have brought them even tighter.
Evans, nice play to shovel that over to Matthews under duress. That's why he's one of the best ever.
He sure is. He wants the ball all the time.
Matthews. Hazen with his second.
Nice play to find him underneath. Such a strong body too, eh? He gets himself into great situations.
Yeah. Didn't score a ton this summer, about 2 points a game on average, but boy, he is certainly capable of putting the ball in the net, as you're seeing. And two quite different shots, but both working very well. It's a 3-2 game with 8.5 minutes to go here in the first period. We do play 3 20-minute periods, of course. Far side, Dixon. Swim move. There is the slide. Hope is there. You can see two Lakers always ready to go at Dixon.
Yeah, I think Peterborough will give them that shot all night. They feel pretty comfortable in Buchan back there, and as he's settling into the game.
Yeah. And Doug Buchan, again, not a guy who's played a ton. He backs up Matt Vince in Buffalo. If you back up Matt Vince, you don't play. Vino likes to play. He likes
sure
the minutes.
And so he should. One of the all-time greats for sure.
Yeah. 8-time NLL goalie of the year. Here's Vitarelli. Backdoor pass, back out top. Great movement, but Catoni just a little wide with it. It's grabbed there by Cal Slade. Nice relief
offense swinging the ball up and down and east and west. They've got that defense moving all over the place.
They're looking so much more lively than they were in the first 10 minutes. Lakers fans love their Lakers. There's a shot. They love their Lakers. They always believe in them until things go wrong for about 5 minutes. And then they get worried.
They sure do, Stephen. I mean, they just go quiet. You don't ever hear the boos or anything like that, but they definitely get a little quiet, a little nervous. But they've come to understand just to settle in and enjoy it.
And then the Lakers bury one or two. But then you see Dylan Kinnear with that rip from the outside, just squeaking it by the hip of Buchan. So just an outside shot, an absolute bomb from Kinnear between the two Lakers defenders. You can see they're just discussing where they should have been. And again, you play the same teams all summer, especially in a 4-team league here in Ontario this year. And it's going to take some adjusting when you first see a new team, especially when there's so many weapons.
It is just a feeling out process, absolutely. And they'll get there. Both teams will get there. They've settled in nice. It's a great game to start.
Matisse hands it off, and Hazen looking for the hat trick. He'll go across to Matthews and get it back. Oh, the cutting Catoni couldn't quite handle it. He does pick it up. That pass won't connect. It's going to be an over and back, and it'll be possession to Langley.
Robert Church. That's Kinnear from Moss and Church. Time of the goal, 12:48.
Dobie starts with it. Big Paul Dawson right out on him. Gets a little pick from Robinson. Dixon fakes the spin inside, shoots on the run, scores! Goes far post, and that is a classic Curtis Dixon goal coming off the screen and ripping a bouncer.
Looks pretty innocent, and he just makes, that's what they call him, Superman. He makes good things happen all the time.
I thought they called him Superman because he flies across through the air.
Well, that could be too. just so tough. So tough to defend. I mean, he's just always moving, never standing still.
Just enough of a pick from Chase Scanlon there, getting the hip on the defender and just kind of backing into it to keep them from fighting their way out. And here's a chance for Abbott. Oh, he is crushed by Robert Hope, and they still score. Langley is on a roll here, going up 6-2 with 6:19 left to go here in the first period.
6-2 on a dozen shots. That's not boding well right now. They're going to have to do something, change something up on the back end. It'll come through.
They're going to change the goalie. Matt Vince is putting his helmet on.
I think they need to just do something to wake the D up, give them a little breather here, and let Matt go in, calm them down, and we'll see just how it lays out.
Now, whether it's temporary or permanent, we'll see. I mean, a lot of times you throw the backup in, try and get a bit of a change of pace. When your backup's Matt Vince, you're pretty good to put him in and just leave him.
They could pull Poulin out of the crowd, too, and still be pretty darn good back there.
Yeah. Mike Poulin, MVP of the last Mann Cup in 2019, and the all-world goalie at the World Championship in Langley that year.
I think they're pretty steady. Yeah. Pretty solid back there for sure.
But Doug Buchan giving up, like you said, 6 goals on 12 shots. It's actually 16-12, the shots for the Lakers at this point.
Well, they've got the 6 goals, but I mean, they've had real good looks, and then they got some great shooters shooting on them, so they're going to have to figure them out early.
Abbott and Thornburg battling the ball, pops out to the Langley side, and Eli Salama grabs it. He is pushed into a check. Mitch Ogilvie thought about going to get his stick. He's got to let somebody get out on the floor, so it will sit down in the corner to our left as Dixon takes this pass and heads across to the top. Robinson, the late man, coming out. That shot well wide. The rebound, that's off of Vince, his first shot he's faced. Dobie getting a pick from Robinson. Double teamed. Knocked loose by Pace, and Dawson will pick it up. And Dawson uses the referee as a screen to get clear. They've got the stick from Ogilvie. So Ogilvie, I don't know if he's got an extra stick right now. But I'm sure he's sitting there. Oh, he's standing at the back of the bench just waiting for that stick to come back so he can get back in line and go on the floor. Evans looking to Turner. Wasn't there. Oh, nice pass to Matisse. Scores. No! It's off the foot of Chiliano. Holy cow, what a save.
What a save. Great play by Shawnee to find him to even get that ball there.
And just set him wide open.
Yeah, he had no right even making that pass. It's fantastic.
That is why Sean Evans is the second leading scorer in Mann Cup history with a chance to pass number 1, John Tavares, in this series. He needs, I believe it's 25?
Yeah.
I think it is, 25, 26
If anybody can get that, he can get that.
Yeah. Have to be a big series for him, but.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Sean Evans play in series like this. He could get 25 assists if it goes
right.
for a while.
That's right.
Hazen scores!
Hazen just powered that ball in.
Langley 6, Austin Hazen 3.
Not a lot of room to put that in, but he found it.
Thornburg with the win to himself. All-time leader in face-off wins in the NLL. Sets the Lakers up to try and keep rolling as they pulled within 6-3. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Another great pass from Evans, but just got away from Hazen, who then flattens Jarrett Toll.
Very active Langley defense with the slides coming across, making sure they don't get those good looks.
Robinson under duress from a pair of Lakers, fights it off and gets the ball over to Curtis Dixon.
Kyle Matisse. That's Hazen from Evans and Matisse. Time of the goal, 15:39.
Dobie trying to fight through. Dawson slides off the switch to get him. 5 on the shot clock. Suris, nice play, the youngster, to take a look at the shot clock before he makes a decision and realizes he doesn't have to pick the ball up.
Very smart ball playing. It's fun to watch Dobie and just how methodical he is on that side of the floor.
Evans tried to spin underneath. That's a big pick from Katoni, but Salama knocks the pass up to himself and takes off down the floor. He'll turn back.
Smart play. Let that offense. They're hot. Let them get out there and do their thing.
You got to like pushing it though until you're sure, right? And he sees there's no chance there. Dixon to the far side to Scanlon. Dobie turns and rips. That was right in the chest of Vince, though.
Talking about that transition, it's just one of the toughest positions to play. You shoot and score, you're great. You shoot and miss, they want you to pull it out.
Yeah. So many times they're like, no, don't shoot that. But if it goes in, it's like, oh, yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
Good decision.
I've caught myself screaming a ton of times.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matthews to Vitarelli. Ducks underneath, gets inside. He's hit hard. That was a great slide to make that hit as Vitarelli about to get the shot off.
People just don't realize how strong Corey is, how strong he is on his feet. His core is just incredible.
He's one of the best players I've ever seen down on the crease. His hands are so quick, it's unbelievable.
You're just not moving him.
Evans with a hard shot, bounces way out off of Shaliano, and it is being pushed by Matt Abbott.
Yeah.
Hits Robinson off the bench, scores. Oh no, it's stopped by Vince. I'm just seeing balls going into the net when they're not. 1 minute to go here in the first period. 6-3 Langley. Evans with the ball. Gets over to Tony. Turner Evans to Sean. Swim. Bouncer. Matisse tried to pick up the rebound. He's just shoved out of the way by Aaron Sky. If you don't get called for a loose ball push, that's a good play.
Yeah, I thought they might have, but Langley comes up with it.
A big difference between the shot and game clock. They can't wait till the end for one shot. It's too late to go for the 2-for-1, so Dobie waiting.
Use every bit they can.
Yeah. Dixon, he's going to rip that one. That is just out of play off the back boards.
Peterborough got a timeout.
Yeah. 2 per game per team. You can use 1 in a period. So 14.3 seconds to go. And we will have a timeout. And the Mann Cup is brought to you by True North Bet. Did you know you can bet on all the Mann Cup games at truenorth.bet? Yes, you heard it right. All Mann Cups now available at truenorth.bet. Register now to place your bets on the Peterborough Langley series to make sure you don't miss out on all the action. And Sully, how important is it for the Lakers to at least get a good shot here? Because they've had scoring chances. They've outshot the Thunder 24-15, but you're down by 3.
Well, I think it's they got to have confidence in themselves, and even getting a good shot. If they don't get a good shot, then you got to question yourself, and you go into the room thinking, hey, we didn't even get a good look there, and we had the time to play it. So right now they want to get a good look. They'll put it into any one of their sticks. They got great skill sets there. I'm more interested to just see how Langley's going to defend this, because very dynamic offense with what we've already talked about being maybe not as good of a defense as some of the top teams in this league. Be interesting to see how they react.
Jarrett Toll at the top, then you got Reese Callies and Jordan Magnuson on the shoulders. And down low, Cal Slade and Tyler Sevier. Here come the Lakers with 6. Little sidearm pass. Katoni fakes, shoots. It's stopped. They score. They get it to Matthews, and he scores with 1.5 to go.
That's a great find. I mean, for them to come up with that shot, be so patient. They come through here, and you think that Katoni's just going to drain it. Gets a little bit of luck.
Was that blocked by a Langley player, or did it hit the?
It was blocked, yeah.
I couldn't tell if it hit the Peterborough player in the back or if it was the Langley defender. But yeah, that's a tough break if you do block the shot.
But that's the game, right? Peterborough needs that break, and now they're right back in it again.
So 6-4 through 20 minutes of play. We will be back after the intermission. We just want to let you know Butterballers Lacrosse is trying to elevate cultural awareness across the nation through a shared love lacrosse. They have representation from Kanesatake, Aguasasne, Six Nations, Nova Scotia, Quebec, Ontario, and Alberta, with notable players including Tim and Tyler Bombury, Luelas and Galiwate Mitchell, Shane Sargent, Steve Truzak, and more. Check out at Butterballers LC on Instagram. Our other game sponsor tonight beside Butterballers is Ottawa Capital Lacrosse. And we'll let you know a bit more about them in a little bit. We're going to go to a break, and we'll be back with the second period at Mann Cup 2022.
By Holden Gattoni, Matisse, Terrence thought about shooting. Here's a good chance. Shot, they score! Turner Evans, it's 1-1.
Exactly 11 minutes into the first period, the Lakers strike back to tie this at 1, and it's Turner Evans going right down the middle, unable to find that lane. Look at that flip pass from Terrence, and a nice turn and look from Turner Evans, who sees that lane as soon as he catches it, and then just drives a couple steps.
Now it's Gattoni. Take Gattoni. Out in front in the crease. Hogarth scores! What a beauty! Highlight reel material. The Buckhorn Bandits strikes, and it's a 3-2 lacrosse game.
I don't even know what you call that goal. Thomas Hogarth, one hand behind the back, down low. What a goal by Hogarth. He's just trying to get something going. He knows his stick is tied up, his arm is...
One-handed desperation stuff. You kind of learn playing backyard lacrosse, really. Here's another one, they score! Joe Terrence. It's 3-3 at Lockett Lansdowne.
Two quick goals by the Lakers, and we're all tied up. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the first. This building is alive. They woke up after that second goal.
And for Corey Vitarelli here tonight. He's out injured. Here's a great move. Evans scores! Oh my goodness! Was that any good? It's 4-4 at the PMC.
Marker for the Chiefs makes it 6-4.
The big dog coming in. He'll slow it down. I don't know if he's scored any transition goals in his career, Scotty. Probably not a ton.
Yeah, not a big goal scorer. He's had a few. None that we've seen here at the Memorial Center.
None here. Here's Gattoni. We'll get it over. Here's a shot. They score. Joe Terrence. Broadway Joe. It's 6-5.
As he's trying to move it down floor, Thomas Hogarth out of nowhere. There's the end result. And we've got a tie game with 3:22 left to go. And it was out of the corner. It was Jerry Stotts.
Gattoni, that's Tate Gattoni, the younger of the two Gattoni brothers, to Turner Evans. And Tate Gattoni coming in. He will shoot. It goes high. Comes to Joe Terrence out in front. Shot, they score! The Lakers have tied it at 7 on a goal by Holden Gattoni.
Well, you just said he was due at 1:04 into this third period. Knotting this one up at 7. We're used to seeing Gattoni out at that shooter position. This time he's down low. Terrence sees him from behind that net. Waits for Gattoni to be right at the side.
But we'll see if the Lakers can take advantage. It's Matthews over Terrence scores! Bounces it hard over to Shot Evans. 2.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. Here's Evans with a little room. Evans shoots, he scores! Coming to Peterborough as the Peterborough Lakers have defeated the Six Nations Chiefs 10-8 final in front of close to 4,000 fans here tonight. Doug Bucket coming up huge here tonight in goal. A rebound game for Bucket, who was not sharp early in game 5, was replaced by Matt Vince, and there was no question the Lakers were going to go back to him.
Frankie has been the WA playoff MVP up until this point, but Cody Adamson finds the 5-hole on the first shot of the game, and Nanaimo jump out to the 1-0 lead. As John Lintz has his boys going, here's Connor Robinson, scores! Robbo with goal number 15, point number 40, and he ties the game up at 1. Quiets down here for a Thunder offensive possession. Dixon, far corner. He's got Church in front, but it's Curtis Dixon on the dip and dunk. Book it. Got Shanahan off his short side post. And Curtis Dixon with goal number 23. Then Zach Mans gets inside the dotted circle. Nice little move. And Chiliano a better stop there as he came right across his. And they want to go quickly here. Johansson's got Phillips across the way. Scores! He'll pick it up and he's off to the races. As up with Scanlon. He wants it. He gets it. Scores! Chase Scanlon set up from Callies, and Langley back in front 3-2. And he'll come up with it. Can he hang on to possession now as he'll send it across the floor? Dobie will run onto a loose ball. Dane Dobie! And he likes that one. Maybe the fastest player in the league when he wants to be. Comes up with it. Spins up floor. Look out in front of the Nanaimo bench. Here's Keegan Bell. Shovel in front. Scanlon scores! What a play from Keegan Bell. He did it all. And sometimes when Scanlon gets one or two early, he can go off for a big one. As Dobie looking, scoring. Again, a big old fist pump from Dane Dobie. Again, tried to flip it to Church. Now he's going to have to run down a loose ball and does well to do that. Here's Curtis Dixon. Scores! Look out. Here come the Thunder, 7-2 as they cash in on the man advantage. And he can't beat Claxton 5-hole and makes a great save. Then launches up here for Finley on a breakaway. Nick Finley stopped by Chiliano. And here goes Abbott off the top. A lob feed from Chiliano right in the bucket. The youngster, Abbott, in, scores! For years to come in this league. Connor Robinson, all sorts of rim scores. Oh, man. You cannot give 3 that kind of real estate to pick his spot. And meanwhile, they got another goal for Curtis Dixon. Now, I was about to say they have a junior A call-up taking draws here for Langley, and he is dominating the small circle right now. 16 on the clock for Zach Mans. Into the middle he goes. Got a man wide open. Wiedemann stick save. Chiliano. But missed on that occasion as Taggart Clark scores. Little dart low. Feet across. Corkscrew shot. Scores for Messenger. Susie. Mans. One more. Adamson. Step around. Right in. Oh, Frankie. There's your save of the game, ladies and gentlemen, from going back to the Mann Cup for the first time since 2012. Here's Curtis Dixon, all alone, faking and scoring. Shawnee Evans, Matthew Vince, to name a few. As a late one here for the Nanaimo Timbermen makes it 11-5. The ball comes high for McCumber. He'll try his luck one more time, and that'll do it. Your 2022 WA playoff champions are the Langley Thunder as they're going to the Mann Cup for the first time since 2012 as they beat the
shaky start, folks, but I think we are okay now. Hopefully you'll let us know. And I appreciate everyone who wrote in. I think between us we got, about 17 texts and messages?
There was quite a few of them there.
Which is great. Great to know everyone's watching. Sorry it didn't work. We hope it is good now. And here is Turner Evans with the ball for the Lakers, who trail 6-3. Sean Evans back to Turner.
There.
And he scores! Side to side and back the other way.
Just caught him on a swing pass and went low. That's great to see Turner let that go like that, get them right back in it, finish off where they started, getting that late goal at the end of the first. He's going to pop out, get that thing back on a swing, and then catch him coming across and go right back far side. That's a great shot.
And Turner Evans is a guy who tends to be a little underrated or not. It's not easy to notice. I watch him a lot, and I often think, why is he a good player? What is it? The little things he does, because he just seems to make such a difference to the offense. And it's such subtle things, and that was a pretty obvious one. Well, a great big rip.
That's a great offensive play, but he just got such a great work ethic. Yeah, truly
he's
does.
So good. Drive to the net. Trying to tuck it home. That's a crease violation, with Shiliano making the save on Austin Hazen.
Trying to play off all that adrenaline there.
Time of the goal, 34 seconds.
Peterborough putting a little bit of pressure up a little higher there, trying to shut them down.
And Robinson's going to go even higher than that to Dixon. He goes down low now. Scanlon looking for a pass. They go far side. Doby with a little reach around shot. Not much on it. Vince makes the stop.
You can see whether Doby gets it on the left side or Dixon gets it on the right side. They're really, really trying to double that ball, which is going to leave a lot of open shooting for everybody else.
Hope will give it to Kyle Matisse as Sean Evans was knocked into the boards over at the far side. They hit Matisse. He just misses. We have a one-goal game. Shots 26-16 for Peterborough as we are a couple minutes into the second period. There's a shrug save on a hard shot by Dixon. He's knocked down by Paul Dawson. Yeah, spun around.
Well, Paul Dawson made himself felt there, that's for sure.
He often does. Interesting, because Curtis Dixon, you'll usually see the refs hear about it on a play like that, and he just went to the bench. Wonder if they've been saying, hey, let's not get them riled up. Let's just play our game. Evans over to Catoni. It's knocked down and goes to Matisse. That's off Chiliano, up out to play into the mesh.
That's such a killer. Now for Langley, they played good defense, make the stop, but the reset goes right back in the Lakers stick, and they come right back at them for 30.
Vitarelli up high, getting a pick from Catoni. You can just see Austin Hazen looking for his shot. You get a few goals, and boy, the confidence rises. I mean, that's off of Langley and out of play. Nope.
No, they called it just straight out. I don't know how that could have possibly ended up where it did with that shot. But.
Yeah, the only thing is if it took a funny angle because the stick, they kind of stopped the stick as the shot was happening. I didn't see how that one could get out that way either, though. Doby fights off a couple of checks and just flicks it over to Dixon. Look at the eyes on Robert Hope watching Dixon. That's up out of play. Oh, and they're saying that one's off of Peterborough.
They play a lot against each other in that West Coast and the National Lacrosse League.
Yeah, Dixon formerly, of course, with Calgary, Hope with Colorado.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what a play. Toby with the beautiful pass. And Dylan Kinnear inside.
I mean, to watch that happen the way that it did, had no right again, getting a pass in like that and to find him inside and work so hard. You'll see as they swing it back over, swing it down to Doby, and he draws so much attention. And he's going to come a rack around the top and just dunk it. Tons of athleticism on that left side for Langley.
So 7-5. And here's a chance right away at the other end. That's a big save by Frank Chiliano on Matisse. Evans gets it back.
Early on, this game is just back and forth. You couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, a lot of scoring early. Oh, what a finish. Kyle Matisse on his offside, reaching up and just flinging that one into the net.
He just such great patience to hang on to that ball and just wait for Frankie to drop and then just put it right up top. Good vision here. just works it up, and I don't know, he just happens to see as he kicks it over, and then he hangs on, and just honestly, fantastic effort.
What skill? I mean, Kyle Matisse, who can play front door, back door, anything. There a couple years ago for Philadelphia, he played something like 34 minutes a game.
Yeah.
He was on the floor.
Yeah, I had him in Minnesota, and he did the same thing. He was a lot of transition, and he could finish.
Hard shot by Katoni. Those will drop eventually. Katoni, a big shooter.
They sure will.
Again, he's the leading Lakers scorer in the game tonight with 13 goals so in the playoffs so far, because Thomas Hogarth and Joe Resetarich are out with illness. Hogarth with an inner ear infection. And there's a goal by Robert Church, who's been a little bit quiet.
Again, cutting across the top and then going back far side low. That's a tough shot to make on the run. Looks like they've done some homework here. That's a real tough shot to make. And from so far out with somebody right on you. Great job.
Yeah, and just everybody else engaging defenders in Church, making that all on his own on the offside.
Yeah, I think the Lakers would like to have that one back for sure.
Yeah. I think Matt Vince would probably like to have it back. I mean, that's one you're probably okay letting him face.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so, yeah.
So 8-6, as we are 4 minutes into the second period. You know, fascinating. These teams have been averaging between 10 and 11 goals each per game in the playoffs. And here, Langley's within 2 of that already.
You know what, though? A lot of times you'll see this. The game opens up because it really is a feeling out, moment for them both, right? They're going to just push the envelope with everything they can.
Penalty coming to the Lakers.
Yeah.
2 hands up. I think it's for the same call. What a move, though, by Isaac Enju to swim through the middle there and get the ball into the offensive zone. Dobie is complaining.
He's calling another penalty. They want another penalty call.
Well, the Lakers have 6 on the floor.
Well, they're trying to determine whether that player came out and stayed out or changed out, which would be another penalty in itself.
So we'll see the discussion. And yeah, that's what the talk is going to be.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's not sure, I'm sure most of you know, if you come out too many men, you can leave that player out. It's the same penalty regardless of how long he's out there. But if he goes to the bench and comes back, then it's another penalty. And Brent Colombe doesn't want to hear anything from the Lakers captains.
I think it was just too blatant. There's nothing to talk about, nothing to argue. I mean, there were 6 Laker defenders.
Yeah, and they're calling 2 of them.
Yeah, they're going to get both.
Yeah, They've already got 1 in the box, and now Austin Hazel will head over.
Yeah, there it is.
So huge 5-on-3 opportunity for Langley with an 8-6 lead.
I was going to. They almost put Austin in there.
Yeah. Corey Vitarelli instead. You can't put your hat trick guy in.
No, I wouldn't think so. Not just yet.
No. So, I mean, the second guy you're picking, right? Because you have an in-home who goes in. Here they are. 4-on-3 with the safety valve up top. Back door. Back to the top. Ripped by Robinson. That's blocked by the defender. It's Gilray, Sweeting, and Hope. Gilray, Tutton, and Hope out there for the Lakers. Nope. It's Lord, not Hope. Gilray, Tutton, and Lord. Here's Robinson. Finds Church off the post, but it comes straight back and they get a fresh 30. Dixon says, slow down, let's reset.
That's tough. They just played so much defense there, and then to give that back up.
There's another save by Vince. That ball gets away from Gilray. There's why you have the safety valve, and obviously no over and back because it was off the Lakers. Oh, around the world pass by Church. Gets to Robinson, another save. Matt Vince has been great on this penalty kill so far.
Look at the pressure Langley's putting on here.
Lord just flings it down the floor. Evans trying to put some pressure on and doesn't get the call. The Lakers fans want it. Dobie scores. Now the Lakers will be really upset.
It's tough there. I understand, what you'd be watching here to think, they should have made that call, but it was give and take both ways.
Yeah. And I mean, Evans clearly got run over, but kind of got himself in that position. Either way.
Then he just leaves him into a number situation, 3-on-2, and again, put the ball in Dobie's stick with that much room and time, he's going to find the back of the net.
Yeah. It's just not fair for a goalie facing Kane Dobie there.
No, you feel for him for sure.
So with 13:46 to go here in the second period, it's Langley 9.
Referees are letting everybody know how they feel about it.
Yeah. The 3,500 referees here in the building. Yeah. Chase Scanlon picks it up off the face-off and straight back to the power play for Langley.
It's kind of the ebbs and flows of lacrosse. You know, you got to weather this storm. You know, you're going to get your opportunity. Just get through it.
Dobie trying to fight through, makes a pass attempt, doesn't get there. It's grabbed by Sweeting. We've got Evans off the bench. He'll take that pass. That's close.
That was close.
If you look pretty carefully, there were 5 Lakers, if not on the floor, pretty darn close to it. Evans wants to slash.
Scored on the power play by number 44, Dane Dobie. Assistant
Turner
referee,
Evans. Backdoor to Sean Evans.
That's Dobie.
Spins and shoots, save Chiliano.
On the power play, time of the goal.
Shawnee is not happy with the attention he's getting.
No.
But if you're Langley, there's a couple
keep it
guys you
going.
got to pay some extra attention to, and he's one of them.
Yeah. Well, especially with Reza Terrence and Hogarth out of the lineup, your top 2 goal scorers. Definitely makes it a bit easier to focus that attention where you want it. I don't know what that call is. I just saw the point. I was thinking illegal pick or something, but
Yeah, I think it was just moving, yeah.
yeah. Wasn't really indicated, though. He just pointed up
Yeah,
the floor.
Well, you go.
So the Lakers get possession with okay, yeah, we are back to even
All
strength.
even up.
Sorry. Bounce shot by Matthews. Chiliano with the stop and pounces on the save. Oh, Dixon saves it from getting into the bench, and all the fans here wanted too many men call.
Anytime there's a lot of
Langley.
activity around the benches, you're going to hear that.
Yeah. Dixon, far side, just missed. Goes out to Kinnear. They've still got 10 on the shot clock. Gilray right out on him. Pick from Robinson. Nice switch to Ogilvy on him. Diving across, and Kinnear stepped on the crease line. And Matt Vince.
He's maybe hanging on just a little extra longer.
Yeah. He didn't actually put all his weight on him, though, which normally, the goalie's just going to lay on top of him. Oh, nice pass by Evans. Just bounces away from Catoni.
Smart play by Vince. That gave them that transition, holding that offensive player in.
Dixon thought about the pass. Eric Moss wanted that pass. You can see this rueful smile.
I think he was gone if he had gotten it.
Yeah. Moss sets the pick. There's the roll. Dixon, swim move. And he is wrestled to the ground.
3 of them collapsed on him there.
Yep.
They're very aware of what he can do.
And I think he did just say, yeah, that could have been holding. As he went off. Excuse me, sir. I believe that may have been holding. Turner Evans thinking about the flip pass. Now he goes to Mark Matthews. Here's Evans watched by Sky. Sky sees the pick coming. Fights through it. They switch. Behind the back. Nice save. Chiliano was ready. But it's picked up by Vitarelli. First fresh 30.
That's where Corey's just so strong. Push his man out, grab that loose ball, and pull it back out, and they got another 30.
Penalty coming to Langley. Vince will sprint to the bench. They've got 16 on the shot clock. Time to get him out. The extra attacker is Holden Catoni. Oh, they hit Vitarelli. Nice save, and it's grabbed by Langley. Or is it? It is.
They got enough of it anyways.
Pinned it like Masters.
This is a big opportunity for Peterborough. Pull back within a couple.
2 minutes for roughing to Aaron Sky.
He's been strong back there, throwing his weight around.
He's looked really good. I haven't been
he really
super
is.
familiar with him. I heard him a little, and this is my first chance to see him in person. And sometimes you see a guy on video. Sometimes you can't really tell, but you see him in person. He's lively.
He sure is for a big man.
Evans, quick pass. Oh, nice save, Chiliano on the Vitarelli shot. Here's Reese Callies. Pulls it out, hands it off to Curtis Dixon. Past
He's
the
very,
midway
very
point.
fast out, very
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
9:36.
Vitarelli stayed down the floor, so it's 3-on-4. as the defender stays with him. That's Sevier staying down there.
I was going to say, sometimes that works against you. You give a little extra space for that three-man offense to get going and moving around.
Yeah. Evans takes the pass. Still a minute 7 on the power play. Bouncer up to Matthews. Matthews gets it back. Behind the back. Oh, Catoni has had a few passes skip away from him. Vitarelli backpedaling. Save Chiliano. It's going to come straight out to Reese Callies. Nice job avoiding the forecheck. And gets it over center.
He's their clear guy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Great job.
They love him in Calgary. They were so excited to get him in the draft. That was when we were after the draft. I remember Kurt Malowski saying, yeah, you had him low. Should have been higher. I'm like, okay. I know I got some wrong. But they were so stoked to get him, and it has played out the way they thought. He's been very good for Calgary, and obviously a centerpiece here with Langley. Matthews at the top. 10 on the power play. Evans, backdoor shot is wide. It's grabbed. Now, 3 seconds on the penalty. Lakers had better get that because Sky's coming out. Catoni sensed him coming. The shot by Evans comes straight at Catoni. It's no good. Chiliano got just enough of it. Forecheck pressure. Matisse grabs it. Fresh 30 again. Even up, but there's some tired defenders out. Vitarelli's shot is blocked. Turner Evans, that one's off of Chiliano's shoulder.
This defense has been out there for a bit.
But that's about a minute and a half.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's
most of it shorthanded. See what the Lakers can do. If they try to get the movement. Oh, they cut underneath, yeah. Hazen with the attempt. The ball's knocked loose. Everyone fighting for it. And it's grabbed by Evans, and you know what? That's a big advantage to be the fresh guys. Now the penalty is coming. Oh, they're both going to go. Sky and Evans. So I think Evans is going to get 2 for unsportsmanlike, saying he embellished. I thought I saw the ref actually shaking his head.
There was definitely a call to be made there, and I don't know. You watch here, and he does get a little high on Sean. Great job to pick it up, and then just catches him there. I don't know if it was quite that bad, but tough one. If he caught him right in the face mask, he's going to feel that for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about the. I mean, Sean Evans is a very dramatic player.
He plays with a lot of emotion.
Plays with a lot of emotion, but that's a swinging one-hander to the face.
Well, I've seen him take a lot worse.
Yeah,
for sure I have. But he's going to do whatever he can for his team, and if he can draw a penalty, then he'll do it.
7:27 to go here in the second period. We're going to tell you a bit more again about Ottawa Capitals Lacrosse. They were a competing club of the Capital Amateur Athletic Association of Ottawa and has competed in ice hockey, lacrosse, and other sports. And then the Capitals Lacrosse Club was reformed as a youth and high school program designed to assist youth in furthering their education through lacrosse. They were founded in 2012 by Callum Crawford and lacrosse enthusiast Jay Fox. The club has operated for 10 years and helped close to 200 players move on to prep school and college lacrosse. You check them out at www.ottawacapitals.ca.
Sean is clearly a fan favorite, and when he's got something to say, everybody wants to listen, that's for sure, and they're usually always in 88's favor.
So we stay 5-on-5. There's no change to the manpower situation with the matching penalties. And the fans, or the 3,500 refs in the crowd, as we said earlier, letting the refs in black know what they think. Dixon, nice move to get back, shoots wide though. That one's going to bounce to the far side. Thornburg.
He's trying to use Schul as a screen that Schul never bid on him.
Langley penalty to number 83, Aaron Sky. 2 minutes for high sticking. That's Evans, 2 for unsportsmanlike conduct. Sky, 2 minutes for high sticking time of the penalties, 12:33.
Frankie's standing big in there.
Yeah. I was just being silent to let the crowd,
Yeah.
you hear the crowd as the penalties were announced. Huge booing when the unsportsmanlike Evans was announced. And then just kind of a neutral reaction to the slash to Sky. It's tough for Peterborough to lose him. There's a chance it's
just off the
stopped.
post. Great
Robinson
shot.
pings it off there. Yeah, you know, you've already got Resetarits and Hogarth out, and you lose Evans. Now, Dane Doby is on the floor. He's just gotten up, limping with the brace on. Hard rip by Katoni.
I think Doby will be out here just as strong next shift if I know him.
Yeah, he's having a seat right now, so he's going to let one shift go by. But yeah, he's standing up, getting in line. So the Thunder actually have 4 righties, and it works. They isolate, and Dylan Kinnear, the only lefty, rips one home.
Got a good look. Shot through a bit of a screen there. Again, Dixon sits with it. They've got to sit over top of him, make sure he's not doing anything. They swing it across, and he's all by himself out there. Just uses the defender as a screen. Tough one for the goalie to pick up.
Face-off coming.
Langley back to 10-6 over the Lakers.
Just 5.5 minutes to go here in the second period.
Haven't seen a lot of chippiness just yet. I mean, aggressive play for sure, but again, I think it's just all part of the feeling out process.
Turner Evans fights through that check. Pretty convincing fake because you have Keegan Bell looking everywhere. That one's too hot for Turner Evans, but it gets to Vitarella. I think he stepped on the crease line. Here. They get one, but it's right in the belly pad of Frank Chiliano. Hands it off. And
Langley very strong at clearing the ball. Very strong at clearing the ball.
Yeah, you've got, Callies and Salama, those two roughnecks do it very well there as well. And Doby to the back door, tap home, it's good. Dylan Kinnear.
Again, he draws so much attention to himself, and then he's able to make that tough pass on the run with the defender hanging in his back pocket. So patient. As he comes up, he's got one trail behind, great pick, loses the other, and then just puts it right back door.
And you said it, the vision and patience to know where Kinnear was as there's a whole bunch of Lakers in the way as he's coming up top.
And he's not a big man.
No.
He just experienced. He's been there, he's done it, and he plays like he has.
Hope comes up with it, but loose ball push called on the Lakers. And Langley will get possession. Thorburn races to the bench. Sturz will come out and play as blown in.
Assist to number 44, Dane Doby. That's Kinnear from Doby. Time of the goal, 15.
Church almost gets his own shot back after it hits the Lakers defender. There's Eric Moss. He's in the crease. And Alex Pace going the other way. Pace, the unsung hero in this Lakers club, may have been their best defender this summer. Oh, what a backdoor quick stick. Mark Matthews, as he's falling, that is unbelievable.
I don't know how he had the time to pick that up. It's almost like he fly swatted it in the net. Good transition. They did push the floor well here. They get 3 coming off hard off the bench. One goes low, feeds back, and it's not even in his stick. It's just barely in his stick, and he makes that happen.
Yeah, there's no backswing. There's barely any movement. What a goal. There are not many people that can make that play.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Thornburn Abbott back to the dot. 4:19 to play in the second. It's 11-7. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. It's been a pretty exciting start to this Mann Cup Game 1.
Timely goal for the Lakers. They really needed to do something.
That pass towards the Langley bench went into the bench.
They want to ride that momentum here if they're able to.
Yeah, a couple of goals late in the period could be huge for the Lakers. Of course, the other way could be crushing if Langley can get it for the Lakers. As a road team, It's pretty ideal. And the thing is, you talk about playing well and quietening the crowd. The crowd's still been pretty loud.
Oh yeah.
But,
well, they're letting.
yeah.
They're not in favor of some of the calls that have gone on here in the last little bit. Some of the possessions, but that's the game, right? It's up and it's down.
Scanlon with the ball on the hidden ball trick. Gave it to Robinson, gets it back. Big pick there from Scanlon. Dixon's down, and the shot ripped from the outside by Dobie. 12-7 with 3:15 to go. And
you just noticed, Eric Schuell's body language. Like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
He just gave him an inch and he took a mile, and just picked him apart. Again, they're spreading the Lakers out, trying to get rid of that double, and he just shoots right through a screen. I mean, that's, in all fairness, that's got to be stopped. They got to get that one for sure.
Yeah.
That far out, they're going to keep him out there.
And Schuell, like you said, got on Dobie's stick.
Yeah, I mean, he played him as good as you're going to play him.
There's a pass on the run off the faceoff to Gilray. His shot goes off the back glass and straight back to him. Aaron Sky picking up Matthews. Pick coming from Katoni. Kind of pushed him into it. Matthews falls again.
Who's the defender that put Matthews down?
Was it Sky or was it Matt Abbott?
I think it was Sky again.
Yeah.
So strong. So very, very strong.
Having quite a game.
Yep.
Dixon, backdoor to Dobie, and I was thinking as Dixon got the ball, okay, they're covering Dobie, and then just leave him.
You gotta. If you're a coach right now, you're saying, how are those guys getting that wide open? Yeah. That's very frustrating. Not only for the players, but for the coaches. They're trying to figure this thing out as it goes. So he just rolls underneath. He gets lost. I think honestly, Paul Dawson thought that the guy coming from the bench was going to pick him up, and he just couldn't get there in time.
Yeah.
No.
It's just strange to see. I mean, it's hard when you don't know all the nuances of a team's defensive system to say this guy should have done that, but it just looks strange to see Paul Dawson just stepping up with Dobie cutting behind him.
But we've just seen Dobie play inside, outside, be a feeder, be a goal scorer, and it's only a period and a half.
Yeah, unbelievable. Eli Salama runs through the big check from Sean Evans, kind of buckled, but stays up and keeps going. That shot off the post by Dixon. Comes back out to Kinnear. Penalty coming. That's going to be too many men.
Too many again, yeah.
Yeah, Sean Evans was taking his time getting to the bench, and there were 5 defenders out in the formation. Not much question about that one. 6th attacker out. They've got 17 on the shot clock. Tons of time. Robinson behind the back. Oh, Dobie misses, and Tutton will grab it.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I mean, you can tell if you look at the coaches right now on the Laker bench, there's some frustration there for sure. You don't want to give them an easy power play because of too many men on the floor. It's just that's a tough one, yeah. And it's evident, 13-7. They're trying to make anything happen here.
Yeah.
Maybe cheat a little bit if they can, but.
And I mean, we've seen over the years tons of Laker comebacks from deficits, but boy, you're down 6 now. It just gets harder and harder.
Well, now now is when this Langley defense will get tested. Let's see what they got. Are they kind of Mann Cup bound or?
Well, what a pass from Dobie, but Robinson is stopped. Tutton with a shovel pass ahead. He's going to get to Gilray. Can he get a shot? No, he's just too far.
That was great for Tutton to even have the vision to see him take off like that.
Yeah. That's where you just get to know your teammates, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great chemistry. So minute 13 to go here in the second period. Langley on the power play and up 13-7. There's a shot from Katoni, and he's had some rockets tonight that didn't go in. Little off speeder, finds the back.
Matter of time for him, that's for sure.
Yep.
Didn't go in as strong as he'd want, but it dropped, and right now that's what they need. They need to get that shot, make something happen.
Little bouncer.
He's even far over to his wrong side there.
Yep.
It's a good shot. Again, you need a break. They got a break.
Those are one of those goals that you wonder how it goes in, but then you notice it's a guy like
so
Catoni.
many saves, and then that's the goal that goes in. It's just.
But somebody like Catoni is the kind of guy they go in for. Which,
that's right.
You know, it happens again and again. Oh, and there's one from Sean Evans. And the
I don't think Frank was ready for the shot.
No.
Really kind of caught him on his back heel there and just let it go. It looks pretty innocent. They've got 2 men out there to make sure Shawnee doesn't get the look that he wants, but they don't collapse right down and just steps back and lets it go. There's 2 for sure that Langley's going to want back. I mean, you don't want to give them up, especially that late. You're giving that momentum back to the Lakers when you almost had them squashed for a while.
Evans with his second to go with 3 assists. Matthews has 2 of each. Thurman with the win, and the Lakers continue to put pressure on. Tutton sliding behind the net. Double team knocks the ball loose. Was grabbed by Evans. Now he's facing the double team. And it's going to be a loose ball push. Peterborough will get the ball. Oh. Is that? That's not a penalty?
I don't know what happens there. That's a lot of acting.
I mean, either that's roughing or cross-checking, or it's embellishment.
Yeah.
I would say. But
I think there's something goes there, but
it looked like a pretty good shot. The ton delivered. But
shot clock is the game clock here in the second. Let's see what the Lakers can pull together.
One more would be huge, as it's 13-9 in this final 10 seconds. Evans circling. Catoni kind of hung it out there, had the ball knocked away, and Frank Chiliano's not even going to pick it up. So we will go through 40 minutes of play with Langley leading 13-9. And the 2022 Mann Cup is brought to you by True North Bet. You can bet on all the Mann Cup games. Just go to TrueNorth.bet. Place your bets on this Peterborough Langley series. Don't miss any of the action. Butterballers Lacrosse, trying to elevate cultural awareness across the nation through the shared love of lacrosse. Check out Butterballers LC on Instagram. And Ottawa Capital Lacrosse, the other game sponsor tonight. They were founded in 2012 and have helped close to 200 players move on to prep school and college lacrosse. Check them out at www.ottawacapitals.ca. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. We'll be back in about 14 minutes with the third and final period, most likely, of Game 1 of the 2022 Mann Cup.
Catoni, Matisse, Terrence, thought about shooting. Here's a good chance. Shot, they score! Turner Evans, it's 1-1.
Exactly 11 minutes into the first period. The Lakers strike back to tie this at 1, and it's Turner Evans going right down the middle, unable to find that lane. Look at that flip pass from Terrence and a nice turn and look from Turner Evans, who sees that lane as soon as he catches it and then just drives a couple steps.
Now it's Catoni. Take Catoni out in front in the crease. Hogarth scores! What a beauty! Highlight reel material. The Buckhorn Bandit strikes, and it's a 3-2 lacrosse game.
I don't even know what you call that goal. Thomas Hogarth, one hand behind the back, down low. What a goal by Hogarth. He's just trying to get something going. He knows his stick is tied up, his arm is...
One-handed desperation stuff. You kind of learn playing backyard lacrosse, really. Here's another one, they score! Joe Terrence. It's 3-3 at Lockett Lansdowne.
2 quick goals by the Lakers, and we're all tied up. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the first. This building is alive. They woke up after that second goal.
And for Corey Vitarelli here tonight. He's out injured. Here's a great move. Evans scores. Oh my goodness. Was that any good? It's 4-4 at the PMC.
Marker for the Chiefs makes it 6-4.
The big dog coming in. He'll slow it down. I don't know if he's scored any transition goals in his career, Scotty. Probably not a ton.
Yeah, not a big goal scorer. He's had a few. None that we've seen here at the Memorial Center.
None here. Here's Catoni. They get it over. Here's a shot. They score. Joe Resetarits. Broadway Joe. It's 6-5.
As he's trying to move it down floor, Thomas Hogarth out of nowhere. There's the end result. And we've got a tie game with 3:22 left to go. And it was out of the corner. It was Jerry Stotts.
Catoni, that's Tate Catoni, the younger of the two Catoni brothers, to Turner Evans. And Tate Catoni coming in. He will shoot. It goes high. Comes to Joe Resetarits out in front. Shot, they score! The Lakers have tied it at 7 on a goal by Holden Catoni.
Well, you just said he was due at 1:04 into this third period. Knotting this one up at 7. We're used to seeing Catoni out at that shooter position. This time he's down low. Resetarits sees him from behind that net. Waits for Catoni to be right at the side.
What? We'll see if the Lakers can take advantage. It's Matthews over Resetarits scores! Bounces it hard over to Sean Evans. 2.5 minutes to go here in regulation time. Here's Evans with a little room. Evans shoots, he scores! Coming to Peterborough as the Peterborough Lakers have defeated the Six Nations Chiefs 10-8 your final in front of close to 4,000 fans here tonight. Doug Buchan coming up huge here tonight in goal. A rebound game for Buchan, who was not sharp early in game 5, was replaced by Matt Vince, and there was no question the Lakers were going to go back to him.
Frankie has been the WA playoff MVP up until this point, but Cody Adamson finds the 5-hole on the first shot of the game, and Nanaimo jump out to the 1-0 lead. As John Lintz has his boys going. Here's Connor Robinson, scores! Robbo with goal number 15, point number 40. And he ties the game up at 1. Quiets down here for a Thunder offensive possession. Dixon, far corner. He's got Church in front, but it's Curtis Dixon on the dip and dunk. Book it. Got Shanahan off his short side post. And Curtis Dixon with goal number 23. Into Zach Mans, gets inside the dotted circle. Nice little move. And Chiliano a better stop there as he came right across his. And they want to go quickly here. Johansson's got Phillips across the way. Scores! He'll pick it up and he's off to the races. As up with Scanlon. He wants it. He gets it. Scores! Chase Scanlon set up from Callies, and Langley back in front 3-2. And he'll come up with it. Can he hang on to possession now as he'll send it across the floor? Dobie will run onto a loose ball. Dane Dobie! And he likes that one. Maybe the fastest player in the league when he wants to be. Comes up with it. Spins up floor. Look out in front of the Nanaimo bench. Here's Keegan Bell. Shovel in front. Scanlon scores! What a play from Keegan Bell. He did it all. And sometimes when Scanlon gets one or two early, he can go off for a big one. As Dobie looking, scoring. Again, a big old fish pump from Dane Dobie. Again, tried to flip it to Church. Now he's going to have to run down a loose ball and does well to do that. Here's Curtis Dixon. Scores. Look out. Here come the Thunder, 7-2 as they cash in on the man advantage. And he can't beat Claxton 5-hole. Makes a great save. Then launches up here for Finley on a breakaway. Nick Finley stopped by Chiliano. And here goes Abbott off the top. A lob feed from Chiliano right in the bucket. The youngster, Abbott, in, scores! For years to come in this league. Connor Robinson, all sorts of rim scores. Oh man, you cannot give 3 that kind of real estate to pick his spot. And meanwhile, they got another goal for Curtis Dixon. I was about to say they have a junior A call-up taking draws here for Langley, and he is dominating the small circle right now. 16 on the clock for Zach Mans. Into the middle he goes. Got a man wide open. Wiedemann stick save. Chiliano. But missed on that occasion as Taggart Clark scores. Little dart low. Feet across. Corkscrew shot. Scores for Messenger. Susie. Mans. One more. Adamson. Step around. Right in. Oh, Frankie. There's your save of the game, ladies and gentlemen, from going back to the Mann Cup for the first time since 2012. Here's Curtis Dixon, all alone, faking and scoring. Shawnee Evans, Matthew Vince, to name a few. As a late one here for the Nanaimo Timbermen makes it 11-5. The ball comes high for McCumber. He'll try his luck one more time, and that'll do it. Your 2022 WLA playoff champions are the Langley Thunder, as they're going to the Mann Cup for the first time since 2012, as they beat the Timbermen in 5 games. Your final score in this one, 11-5.
Back, lacrosse friends. Who knows what's going to happen here? Shots are 45-32 for the Lakers. Frank Chiliano clearly a difference maker in this game, and the accurate shooting of the Thunder.
Yeah, I think you'd have to give credit, to the shooting of the Thunder for sure. Their offense has been electric, and they're picking their spots. And when they're getting these shots, they're in tight. And in the sticks of Doby and Dixon and Church, they're going to find the back of the net.
Yeah. I mean, Connor Robinson was a 40-plus goal scorer this year in the NLL. So these guys are dangerous. We knew that, and there you go.
There you go.
Curtis Dixon, just the step back, another one of his patented shots.
Yeah, he's definitely finding the back of the net. He's feeling it tonight, that's for sure. You watch him come down, and he just draws the defender. Going to come around, and it looks very innocent, harmless, but he's just so precise with that shot.
And that's another one where you think, wow, should that goal be going in? But if it's Curtis Dixon, it happens a lot.
Well, he's just that much better of a shooter than the average shooter, so it's not fluke that he's finding the back of the net with that shot.
And that's really something to be that much better than the average shooter in professional lacrosse.
These
exactly. are among great shooters. That's 3 for Dixon to go with 4 assists. Doby also with 3 and 4. And Dylan Kinnear with 5 goals. So Robert Church going 4 assists. Robinson 2 and 2. Plus whatever. I'm not sure who got the assists on that one, but
Assistant number 87, Chase Scanlon.
Scanlon with 1 assist. Doby gets his 5th assist of the game. There's a shot saved by Chiliano off of Catoni.
When they don't have anybody low, he's able to get out and just be so big in that net. It's tough to get it past him.
Yeah. You can see him right now standing on the goal line, but again, he steps out. and just
And if there's
collapses
nobody
on
down
it.
low, he's got nobody to worry about. The defense is cutting him off, and he's really seeing the ball well.
Little pressure from Tutton, but no problem there for Tyler Sevier to get it ahead. The shot on the run. Church almost comes straight back to him, but it's snagged by Lord. The long outlet pass. Matthews racing to the net. Shoots. It's a little high. Just enough pressure coming off the bench from Keegan Bell.
Now, I don't know what that looked like at home, but that's maybe an inch and a half above that pipe.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's a nice shot.
Yeah. And you can see Matthews maybe had to take it quarter second before he wanted to because of Bell racing with everything he had coming off the bench. Lakers get it back, go to the offense. Matthews with his chest. And another set of fresh gloves. He goes through a lot of gloves during the game.
Yeah. Lime green.
Yeah. Gets the pass from Matthews, tries to get underneath. Nice two-man defense. And the save by Chiliano. Outlet pass to Dobie. Oh, Vince was up, went down, jumped back up, and made the stop.
That's a very athletic, very athletic.
And then one at the other end, Matisse with a shot on Chiliano. Matt Vince, I still remember back in the days when Matt Vince and Aaron Bold were the goalies for the Rochester Nighthawks. They did their preseason testing. They were the top two guys on the team as goalies. Unbelievable. But Matt Vince is, I don't know, he might be in better shape now than he was, and that was 10 years ago. Here's Chad Tutton. Sidearm pass, can't quite connect with Sweeting. And he runs over the ball, and there's Aaron Sky once again. We're loving Aaron Sky's game.
Yeah, you know what? Again, there's always a couple of guys come in and you take notice of real quickly, and he's one of them. He's just thrown his weight around, playing very good positional D.
Dobie, watched by Hope. Pick is coming. They fight through it. But the ball's on the far side now. Scanlon shoots. Saved by Vince. And it's a crease violation. There's forecheck pressure. Now they just back off, and the Lakers will come forward. We're 3.5 into the third. Still 14-9 Langley. Matisse and Vitarelli, a few fakes.
Oh.
He's so patient, and usually those go in when Vitarelli takes those and has that kind of time. That one goes in, because that's a bullet from Holden Catoni.
Oh, that was a nice one. I mean, you seen, Shawnee move it to Kyle. Kyle kind of fake a shot and then kick it over, and Frank wasn't able to make that step. They got the big man moving around, and they're pretty good. You see it come over to Kyle. He kicks it. Frank does get set, but he catches him coming across. Yeah. So
Like
I'll
you
take
said,
that back. Frank actually got across. They just went back against him.
Yeah. And like you said, Frank Chiliano coming out, he was a couple steps out. But, I mean, Holden Catoni, we've talked about it, one of the great shooters in the game as well.
And a very heavy shot, yeah.
And Matt Vince, the big check, running Callies into the boards. Callies just keeps going, but eventually is stripped of the ball. Dawson
Just that
will
little
run
play there by Vince, right? That gets everybody up a little bit. Your goalie's into it. He's feeling confident. They'll push hard here.
4 minutes gone in the third. Here's Hazen, Sky out on him. The double team comes. Hazen still has it now with 4 white jerseys around. He loses it. Sky on top of Hazen. Hazen pushing and shoving him off.
That's tough. I don't know which end to watch here.
I know. I was watching behind the play for sure. We should probably split that up, Sully. One of us watched the ball. It was fascinating, though, the battle with Sky and Hazen. Sky just stayed laying on top of Hazen. Hazen was just pushing him, punching him kind of in the face, trying to shove him off. Huge hit by Sweeting.
That's just a good shoulder hit. I think Curtis was hoping maybe, he got the call, but.
We got possession.
Yeah, I think the Langley bench was expecting more than just a possession there.
Mm-hmm. Boy, that was a big hit by Sweeting. Just running in from the bench. Obviously saw that opportunity. Dobie, a little sidearm shot. Vince just gets enough of it.
Not even hard, but just placed it right where Vince had to make a heck of a good save.
Dylan Lord looked at Tony and wisely didn't pass it because Abbott, I think, was lurking, waiting to take that one.
He was.
Bouncer from Matthews is stopped, and there's Matt Abbott again.
Your attendance for tonight's game is 3,291.
So again, Dobie calming everything down, letting his offense get out and get set, wisely using the clock.
Yep. 14 and a half to go. You got a 4-goal lead. Obviously, they're not going to sit on it, but
no, not
no
at
need
all.
to rush. Kinnear, he of the 5 goals, got it to the far side. This is Scanlon. Gets a shot off, but Ogilvy has it. It's a 3-on-1. Ogilvy to Thornbert. Oh, just a little high. Almost a hitch as he shot that.
It really was, yeah. They would have loved that one. They would have loved that one.
Place would have exploded. The 3,291 just announced in attendance. Hazen misses wide, but it's going to come out to Matthews. That's over and back. He was trying to figure out what he could do. Had to get the ball, try and stay on side and flick it back. He just couldn't manage it. Good effort. Thunder onto the offense once again. Right along the boards to Dobie, and that's an illegal pick.
There.
Yep.
Laker defender caught one low in the back or high in the hip.
So it's not just the moving pick, it is the penalty. Illegal cross check to Dylan Kinnear. Big chance for the Lakers. I mean, Langley's been in control of this game from the start, but a 4-goal lead with 13:44 to play in a Lakers power play. We have, like we said, we've seen this movie play out for Peterborough before.
Oh, yeah. They've been here before. This is not new to them. They got a lot of seniority out in the floor out there with some guys that can do a lot of great things.
Ripped by Matthews, comes back to him just out of the reach of Jordan Magnuson. That's a fresh 30, Evans down low. As mentioned earlier, Evans looking for the all-time scoring record. He almost had another assist. He's got that to Vitarelli. Can't quite come up with a loose ball. It's Langley possession. Oh, it's knocked down by Matisse. What a save, Chiliano.
Lakers come back up with it. That's a big possession for them to get a hold of.
Kelly's and Magnuson's at the top. We've got Slade and Sevier down low. And they have been
left
tested.
in the power.
Yep. Up to Matthews at the top. Feeds it through to Vitarelli. What a check. Getting a bit of Vitarelli to send that shot wide. Not that one. He gets it on, but stopped by Chiliano. Oh, great touch pass by Sevier to get it out to Magnuson.
That's tough because that's Corey's bread and butter right there. He's so good in tight.
Yeah. Just the quick release. Can't score on them all, and Chiliano got the shoulder right there in the way. Seven on the shot clock. Dobie is run over by Tutton. Here comes Tutton. He's got Vitarelli off the bench. Gets it to him. The trailer is right there. Evans, he'll just spin away. 20 seconds left on the power play. Lakers just setting up. They've got 13 on the shot clock. Oh, feeds through to Matisse. A good shot. Another great save by Chiliano.
You know, that's probably, 7 or 8 in tight shots on the power play here. Chigliano's just been fantastic. Lakers with 56 shots on goal.
We've still got 11 and a half minutes to play. That pass gets away. Lord's getting after Dixon. Dixon driving to the net.
Yeah.
Wow. We've seen the shot. We've seen the toughness, the grit inside for Dixon, and that's the speed.
The only thing he didn't do there is fly across the crease
Yeah.
and put it in, but you're totally right.
Yeah.
And he gets that head of speed going. I mean, he's got such great vision, such a great first step. And you'll see it, they pair up pretty good, and then he just pulls away with his speed, keeps the ball out in front of him, and that's his bread and butter. We just talked about Vitarelli's. That's his for sure.
You see that lane? That wasn't a huge lane for him to go through, but he saw it. You could tell his eyes were wide. He knew the lane was there, and it's 15-10 with 11:18 to go. Salama fighting after the loose ball. Eventually, it's Alex Pace coming away with it. Swim move. White jerseys all around. He's just going to barge ahead. Somebody's going to help him, and he gets it to Hope, and the fans go wild. They love a nice gritty play here in the Borough.
That was a great run. A great run. He was up against 3 defenders for a good 20 feet.
Somehow Hazen got that pass through to Turner Evans. Down to 6 on the shot clock. Matthews rips it sidearm. The Lakers are just going away from the net. Catoni rips one, and that's just after the shot clock.
Yeah, they didn't want that. They don't want the unsettled play. They need to get in and get their offense mojo going here.
Feels like the whole game's been a little unsettled.
A little bit. I totally agree with you.
Kind of chaotic almost. It's fun. There's a lot of action.
Yeah.
Kinnear going for the sock trick. Comes back out to Church. 3 on the shot clock. Dobie will just roll it in the corner.
Sometimes it's smarter, right? They get their defense out, they get set. They're not in a running race, track meet, so to speak, trying to get back and set up for defense.
Here come the Lakers onto the offense. Fittarelli to Catoni. He spins away. Whoa, that almost took out one of the coaches. That's got to be out of play. It hit the glass behind the bench. Okay, it was blown. I didn't hear the whistle.
No.
I thought
no.
Evans was just going to pick it up and keep going. Dobie spins. Dawson, nice recovery. That'll be they're saying a touch, so no over and back. And still 12 seconds on the shot clock. Dobie's going to go for a change. Nobody's coming for him, so they'll send a defender. It's a smart play. Scanlon gets off, and Sevier's out now. 2 defenders, and nobody up to battle for the loose ball.
They did not want him to have that shot.
No. Matisse steps across to the top. Oh, Turner Evans looks like he was getting ready to shoot or pass before he had it.
Yeah, he
Tracks
was loaded.
it down. Matthews scores. That's another beautiful play. Some of the best hands in the game. Mark Matthews.
He sure does. Smooth, very smooth. Whether he's passing backhand or going to the net, he's very, very smooth. Yeah, that's nice to watch. Tough to defend against.
Thornbert and Abbott back down from the faceoff, and Thornbert. What a quick jump on that one. Gets it back to Hope. Lakers with the ball. They're within 4 again. 15-11 Thunder. Just under 9 minutes to play. I'm Steven Stamp with Joe Sullivan. It's game 1 of the Mann Cup. Brought to you by True North Bet. And tonight brought to you by Ottawa Capital Lacrosse and Butterballers Lacrosse. That's going to be an over and back on Peterborough. Go to Langley possession.
Full 30 deep into Peterborough zone. That's going to bode well for Langley.
Dobie at the top. Chance in the middle, doesn't quite connect with Robinson. Shot clock about to expire. Let's roll it in the corner. You know, one interesting thing, I'm not sure I've ever seen so many team personnel on the bench and right in the bench area as Langley. They've got the 4 coaches on the bench in their shirts. They've got an equipment guy. They've got somebody else. The third goalie is running the door.
Very crowded.
Yeah,
very
and then
crowded.
about 6 people. There's a shot. I thought that was in. It's not. It's off the post. But yeah, about 6 or 7 down by the tunnel.
That takes a spin
place.
just the other way, and that's going to roll right in. That's another great opportunity for Hazen.
Big night for him. Again, ahead of a big day tomorrow, his NLL draft day. You know, check out my mock draft. We did a Lacrosse Link special. Go to the Lacrosse Link YouTube page. You can find it on YouTube, on Facebook. It's tweeted. There's a rip saved by Vince.
Many Peterborough or Langley players on that list?
No, Hazen.
Yeah.
Who's going to be, I think, a first rounder. None of these Langley guys are all either, past that point. Dobie looking pained that they just lost possession. He thought he could get that ball. Ogilvy flicks it ahead. Hard shot by Catoni, comes back to him after it ricocheted off of Chiliano. Evans down to Matisse, washed there by Callies. Oh, all alone and open. There's a penalty. Is that a roughing call coming?
I think it is.
That's going to be Corey Vitarelli going. That's a tough one to take when you're in the offensive
That's a really
zone.
tough one to take. 6.5 minutes, you're down by 4, but you're pressing. You can feel that changing.
You can bet on all the Mann Cup games at truenorth.bet. All games available. Register now to place your bets on this Langley Peterborough series so you don't miss any of the action. Butterballers Lacrosse is trying to elevate cultural awareness across the nation through the shared love of lacrosse. Check out Butterballers LC on Instagram and Ottawa Capital Lacrosse. Go to ottawacapitals.ca. You can learn more about the almost 200 players they have helped in the last decade to reach club and college lacrosse programs. Prep and college lacrosse programs. The Lakers shorthanded to get the ball back. And there's Gilray up the floor. Oh, just gets away from it all the way down to Chiliano.
They've got to push for it, that's for sure. So great opportunity.
Yep. You love to see that outlet attempt.
Yeah.
It's always fun when they connect and get that breakaway chance. I'll tell you, the way Frankie Chiliano is playing, far from a sure thing you're getting a goal out of it, but backdoor attempt to Church. 59-39, the shots on goal. 59-40 as Vince makes another save.
The carpet looks to be in fantastic condition. No ripples, no rolls anywhere. It looks really good. They've got it ready for them.
They do a good job here for sure, putting it out.
Was out in
1 minute left on the penalty. Go ahead.
I was just going to comment. I was in St. Albert, for the President's Cup, and
Right.
the carpet actually got wet from the ice that was actually moist.
What an attempt by Sean Evans. Running past the net, spins and whips it backhand. But Chiliano is there. That's no good when the carpet's wet.
No, honestly. When the floor is squishy underneath your feet.
Robinson to Scanlon. Chase Scanlon getting some power play time. Here's Dixon. Toby was knocked down.
Yeah.
He takes another hit. He goes in the middle. He takes whacks. And there's another one. As he's complaining, Robert Hope says, hey, how about this? If you get the guy upset, just keep hitting him, right?
Well,
Here's
he's
Turner.
caused them a lot of grief tonight, that's for sure. And he's done what everybody thought he would come in here and do.
Yep. What he's done the whole playoff, 62 points in 10 playoff games, averaging over 6 points a game. Just remarkable. Vitarelli's released. They pick him up immediately. Good job. Heads up play. Here's Evans. Gets it to Catoni. That shot was blocked. The shot clock's going to expire. Now, was it picked up? No.
Shawnee likes to just make sure everybody around him knows just how close it was and gives him a little shove, a little poke.
Yep.
He's a true competitor, that's for sure.
Years
Hasn't
of
changed his game.
experience.
Hasn't changed his game one bit. Love it.
Ball bouncing around a little bit, but Dixon will settle things with 15 on the shot clock. 4:05 to go in regulation time. Well, Dixon had the ball stripped away. Jordan Sturris on the run. He's got Matthews coming off the bench. He's going to go to the trailer. Vitarelli now down to Matthews. Matthews puts his shoulder down. Aaron Sky just absorbs it. The pass goes across to Vitarelli. Great play there by Callies to limit the chance for Vitarelli.
Yeah, Sky's played a very physical game. I think if anybody didn't know him, they definitely know him now.
How did Dane Doby hold on to that ball and make a pass while he's lying down under that checking pressure?
He just looks so casual out there.
Yeah. Remarkable lacrosse player. Scanlon spins away from the double team, tries to make the pass, doesn't connect. It's going to come
They'll
out to
just
Doby.
throw this down the floor.
Yeah. Down to the final 3 minutes and 5 seconds. You watch the whole series here.
Going to pull their goalie, see if they can get the extra attacker out there, get something done.
Vince is at the bench, so it's 6-on-5. Yeah, just go to the MSL YouTube page. I believe we have a link on the, probably on the Mann Cup website, which is from the MSL page. He'll be coming off the bench and bounces one into the empty net. Sean Evans has dusted Dobie from behind.
Yeah.
And he's going to go to the box.
I think Dobie's fine, but they've got to make that call.
Yeah. And Evans wants a dive. You can see the motion. And I mean, he got called for one earlier, so you know he's going to want it.
Well, there's, in all honesty, what they're frustrated there would be just simply that, they're up the way they are, and Dane Dobie still takes that shot. He can pull that out. They're still up, but it's a little salt in the wound for sure. But it's going to be a long series, so that's what they're trying to make a statement here.
People do get upset about the empty net goals, which I don't really get. If there's 2 or 3 seconds left, but you're trying to win. You're trying to score and get back by pulling your goalie. I don't have a problem with them scoring.
No, and I mean, it just, it's a feel for the game, I guess, one way or another. It's, everybody's a little bit different with that one.
Now, the Langley penalty box is open now.
The penalty was called after the goal, so what Langley is saying is that should be, Langley ball.
Yeah. Oh, no, there is a, Dobie is going to the box. We'll hear if it is unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Well, I guess they're staying consistent.
Vince is leaning against his crossbar. The Lakers not pulling them right now. Wait. Okay, now it is. Oh, there is a 5th Laker. They only had 4 out, and I thought, wait a second.
Maybe just trying to lull them to sleep here a little bit.
Almost worked. Good shot by Matthews, but Chiliano, another save.
I don't imagine Well, they're going to still put Dixon out late in the game, up by 5.
So it's 2 for checking from behind Evans. And for Dobie, I'll tell you, I heard a lot of talk around here about whether Langley could win some games in this series, whether whether it was going to be a challenge. I never thought there was any question that this is a good team.
This is a good team, and a good friend of mine, Cam Crow, actually said he thought Langley might come out and get one early, and but he said the Lakers will still take this in 6.
We'll see. Now, for people in Peterborough, they're going to say, well, in 2012, Langley won the first 2 games.
That's right.
Lakers come back,
I was
won
part
the
of
next
that.
4. Here we go. Hazen and Turner Evans going after Reese Callies. Hazen grabs Callies by the face mask, still yanking him around.
I don't mind that. I mean, I know it's late in the game and whatever, but I like that a young guy like Hazen showing, he's putting his team first. He wants to just let them know it's going to be a long series, and you might get tonight, but you're not getting tomorrow.
Yeah. Of course, tomorrow the game at 7 o'clock in Mann Cup history. And I hate to harp on it, but I still remember in 2010, one of his goals was given to John Grant Jr. He would have set the single Mann Cup scoring record.
That's right.
He tied Josh Sanderson instead. And I mean, who knows if all the assists have been correct over the years.
And I don't think that John needed any more points. I think he was in pretty good shape himself.
He did pretty well himself. It was just a weird one because how do you mix up John Grant Jr. and Sean Evans? A 6'4" righty, a 6'4" lefty, and a 5'8" righty. There's a rip from way downtown by Katoni. That's going to be an over back Langley possession with 31.6 seconds to go.
I don't think you'll see anybody go to the net here, Stephen.
No. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m., again, on the MSL YouTube channel. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you to True North Bet, the Mann Cup sponsor, the series sponsor, and Butterballers Lacrosse and Ottawa Capital Lacrosse, the game sponsors for tonight's game. If you would like to be a game sponsor, you can get in touch with Daryl Smart.
Ottawa Capitals Lacrosse. Big shout out for the Nepean group.
Yeah.
Founders Cup champions.
Oh, I should say, as we count down the final seconds, Zach Hatton at law school in Wales. You might have gone to bed by now. I don't know. It's pretty late in Wales, but his dad asked me to give him a shout out. Zach did say hi at one of the MSL finals games. Great young man, doing some cool stuff over Wales. So Zach, if you're up, and that will do it for game 1. It is 16-11 for Langley. Game 2 tomorrow at 7 p.m. And is that it, guys? All right, we're going to wrap things up. Sully, just final thoughts on this game.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the big thing wasn't about the offenses. It was about whether Langley's defense could hold up. And, I mean, I know they let in 11, but I thought they played pretty strong. I mean, I really did. I think their transition was solid, and they let their big goalie make big saves when he needed to. They took away the low ball to him.
Yeah, I feel like if you let the Lakers get 60-plus shots a game, they're going to score more. So the jury's still out on that, but you score 16, as Langley can do anytime, and that's going to work out all right. We'll have the Player of the Game Awards presented, so we're going to just see who that was. I'm going to think, Langley moving up to the other restraining line. I'm guessing Frankie Chiliano.
I think it has to be. I mean, you face that many shots and you make those saves. I mean, yeah, your defense played strong, but he's seen the ball very, very well.
Yeah.
He's been an NLL champion. There's no surprise to him here, I don't think.
Yeah.
Come on,
we'll see. It is. Oh, Curtis Dixon. That's all right. He had a lot of good choices from that club.
Peterborough Lakers, number 42, Mark Matthews.
So Curtis Dixon, 4 goals, 4 assists. Dane Doby had 4 and 4. Kinnear had 5 and 1. Tough choice. Matthews, 3 goals and 4 assists. So clearly leading the Lakers. And that will do it for Game 1. Make sure you stay with us tomorrow. It's going to be fascinating to see how this series plays out. I'm Stephen Stamp with Joe Sullivan. On behalf of everyone here, thanks for being with us. We'll see you in about 21 hours.